Welcome to our Royal Rumble review. Sit back, grab your snacks,
and enjoy.
Welcome to Wrestle MSX. I'm Michael.
I'm Sally.
And after Stephanie McMahon welcomed us to Indiana, we begin with the Women's Royal Rumble. The first entrant being Io Sky, the second Liv Morgan. Number 3 is Roxanne Perez, and number 4 was Lyra Valkyria, who has a slight wardrobe malfunction with her halter neck. But that's soon remedied, and she carries on. If I don't say anything between the entrances, then nothing really happens.
No.
Number 5 was Chelsea Green, followed by number 6, B-Fab. Number 7, Ivy Nile. Number 8, Zoe Stark. Number 9, Lash Legend. And then B-Fab gets eliminated by Chelsea Green. Number 10 was Bianca Belair.
Number 11, Shayna Baszler. Lyra Valkyria is then eliminated by Ivy Nile. Number 12, Bayley. Number 13, Sonya Deville. All of PFC are now in the Rumble. Number 14, Maxine Dupree. Ivy Nile goes over next via Dupree after a reverse caterpillar by the Alpha Academy star, with Dupree following being thrown out by Shayna Baszler and Sonya Deville. Number 15, Naomi. All of PFC then get thrown out. Zoe Stark by Naomi and Bianca Belair, Shayna Baszler by Bayley, and Sonya Deville by Io Sky. All gone within 5 seconds of each other. Number 16, Jada Parker. Lash Legends exits the match by Chelsea Green. I know. Number 17, Piper Niven. Chelsea is then accidentally eliminated by Piper Niven after Niven tried to attack Naomi and Belair. Number 18, Natalia. Number 19, Jordan Grace. Jada Parker then goes over the top rope and out with the help of Jordan Grace, with Grace then delivering a Death Valley driver to Niven before hugging Naomi because of their TNA days. And number 20, Michin.
Number 21, Alexa Bliss with a Lily doll. Interesting how she's here. How some people reported that she hadn't signed a contract or wasn't coming back yet. These reports don't really know what they're talking about. Do not listen to what they have to say. Number 22, Zelina Vega. Number 23, Candice LeRae. Number 24, Stephanie Vacour, and she entered by crossbodying Bayley from the top rope. Number 25, Trish Stratus. Number 26, Raquel Rodriguez. Natalia says goodnight when Morgan hits her with a codebreaker on the apron after Rodriguez had thrown her over the top rope, with Alexa Bliss going the same way. Morgan codebreaking on the apron after Rodriguez had thrown her over the top rope. Number 27, Charlotte Flair with fireworks. It's not Mania yet, Flair, calm down. Michin then goes with the aid of Flair. Michin was just on the apron, with Flair then dumping out Piper Niven. Number 28, Julia. Jordan Grace then gets eliminated by Julia. Number 29, Nia Jax. Zelina Vega gets pulled from the apron by Jax, while Jax is still on the floor and not really in the Rumble yet. Candice LeRae then loses out, being eliminated by Trish Stratus, with Trish going out not long after via Nia Jax. Number 30, Nikki Bella, and a surprise entry.
Yeah. Now, we're all in. Let the battle commence. Everyone gangs up on Jax, with Jax pushing them all aside. Raquel Rodriguez then gets eliminated by Bianca Belair, with Naomi following suit as she's eliminated by Jax. Jax also tosses over Belair. With these eliminations, Io Sky and Stephanie Vacour get caught in the crossfire as they were fighting it out on the apron, but end up hitting the floor.
Liv Morgan's attempts at winning is ended as Jax eliminates her, with Julia then being eliminated by Roxanne Perez. Perez pushing her into the ring post as they were both on the apron. Bayley then gets eliminated by Nikki Bella, so that's my pick gone, leaving 4. But Nikki follows Bayley more or less straight away via Jax. So we never really get a proper final 4 as we hit the final 3. Jax goes to throw out Perez, but Flair tosses Jax out, leaving herself and Roxanne. Roxanne on the apron though. Perez tries to fight back in, but a big boot from Flair knocks Perez off and down to the floor, leaving Charlotte Flair as the winner of the Women's Royal Rumble. I mean, you saw it coming, you got it in your predictions, congratulations.
Guessed, opposed to saw it coming, but yeah.
Oh, why couldn't somebody else win?
I know.
Oh, come on.
We then get a Slim Jim advert before seeing The Godfather, Mickey James and Kurt Angle in the audience.
Good to see Kurt. Fantastic wrestler in his day. Absolutely brilliant. Next up, the Motor City Machine Guns versus DIY in a 2 out of 3 falls for the WWE Tag Team Championship. Flying start from Motor City, Sabin diving out the ring, knocking DIY onto the announcer's desk before we're back in the ring with DIY in control. After a little back and forth between Sabin and Ciampa, the two tag their respective partners. Only Ciampa and Gargano don't actually tag, which was done intentionally. Shelley comes in, as does Gargano, but while Shelley attacks Gargano, Ciampa lines up a knee to Shelley's face, hits him, covers him and gets the first fall over Motor City. 1-0 to DIY. Smart.
Nice. DIY continue the assault on Shelley, double teaming when they can and keeping him from his corner. Shelley manages to catch a break, downing both DIY members and then looking for his tag partner. But what Shelley doesn't know is that Ciampa has rolled out the ring, crawled underneath and come out the other side near Sabin, pulling him from the apron. Well, nearly, as Sabin fights him off. Still a nice spot though, really good idea.
Very clever.
Sabin comes in, but the ref didn't see the tag, so sends him back out the ring as Shelley gets beaten up by DIY once again. The Shatter Machine puts Shelley down, but the referee's too occupied by Sabin to notice the cover by Gargano. When he does see the cover, he only manages a 2 count, when it was easily 3 or 4.
Gargano goes for the Gargano spear, but Shelley counters with a kick and finally makes the tag, according to the ref. Sabin tees off on Gargano before kicking both DIY members while on the apron and then following up with the crossbody to both over the top rope. Ciampa is then DDT'd on the apron by Shelley, while Sabin tornado DDT's Gargano from the middle rope. Skull and Bones makes it 1-1 as Shelley covers a disorientated Gargano.
Sabin tags back in, as does Ciampa, who goes for a cover on Sabin after a double team by him and Gargano, Shelley making the save on 2. Gargano throws Shelley out of the ring and then dives after him, allowing Ciampa to hit Project Ciampa on Sabin, the cover only getting a 2. Ciampa can't believe it, so goes up top. Sabin escapes the impending top rope move before Shelley comes back in and the Motor City send Gargano into the upended Ciampa. Motor City hit a blockbuster / powerbomb on Ciampa with Shelley going for the cover. Gargano though just about makes a save by pushing Sabin onto the covering Shelley.
Sabin and Gargano then tag back in, with Gargano aiming a super kick at Sabin and missing. He hits Ciampa instead, knocking him senseless. The Machine Gunners then do their usual double team before setting up for Skull and Bones, when the ref gets distracted by someone jumping on the apron. With the ref distracted, someone else attacks Shelley, who's on the top rope, hitting him with a crutch. It's Dawkins and Ford of the Street Profits. Gargano throws Sabin into the ring post and then tags in Ciampa as we see a meet in the middle and a cover by Ciampa. DIY make it 2-1, retaining their tag team titles. Ford then chases DIY out the ring, with Dawkins attacking them from behind. With DIY down, the Profits take the titles and raise them up, before putting them back down and heading back down the long rampway. I actually enjoyed this.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan
wasn't too
of
bad.
Motor City. I just think it's a bit repetitive. They do the same old. Change it up a little bit. I know you've got your move set, but just add something different or take something out. Just keep us guessing.
Yeah.
When you watch it all the time, it's like, oh, I saw this a few weeks ago.
Exactly, yeah.
But I actually did enjoy this. It didn't need the Street Profits at the end.
No.
They didn't make it any better. It took nothing away from it, but good match all the same.
We then see Ron Simmons in the crowd. Damn! Rick Steiner, who, if you're not aware, is Bron Breakker's daddy. And finally, Rob Van Dam.
Damn! Next up, Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens for the Undisputed Winged Eagle Belt Championship. I thought they may have had this one last.
Yeah.
Which makes me think that Owens will enter the Rumble should he lose. Both men come out with their belts, not titles, as KO doesn't have a title, which makes handing them in at Saturday night's main event pointless.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Owens took the Winged Eagle belt down on SmackDown, but still, why does Cody have his? Dumb writing by WWE. I think I've just called you out. The belts are handed back in, hoisted up above the ring, the bell tolls and the match gets underway.
We start with a brawl, but soon head outside with KO slamming Rhodes through the ladder support before hitting him with it. Owens then looks for another ladder, but Rhodes catches up to him as the two then fight their way through the crowd and around the arena. Owens even using a fan's phone to attack Rhodes, which the fan didn't look too happy about.
Especially when he threw it on the floor. I know you're a heel for Owens, but come on.
We eventually get back to the ring where Owens gets a ladder out, sets it up in the ring and starts to climb, but he soon gets pulled back down, with the two then fighting on the outside again.
Owens pulls out another ladder, which Cody manages to set up in the ring after fighting off KO. Owens, though, not finished, pulls out a hornswoggle-sized ladder, according to Michael Cole, and uses it on Rhodes. Rhodes then uses the same ladder before ascending the bigger ladder under the belts. After more small ladder action with those being dropped onto it, Cody heads for the belts once again, but as he reaches up and grabs the golden coat hanger, KO pulls him away from the ladder, leaving Rhodes swinging. When Rhodes does make it back to the ladder, Owens seems to hit half a powerbomb, bringing Cody back down to the mat. Owens then puts Rhodes under the bottom rung of the ladder and starts to climb, with Rhodes lifting the ladder, forcing Owens to disbandon his attempt.
Rhodes then suplexes Owens onto a ladder before kicking the bottom rung off the same ladder and attacking Owens with it. KO super kicks Rhodes though and then attacks with the same broken rung. Cody fights back body dropping Owens onto a ladder, which looked painful in anybody's book really. Cody heads up, Owens brings him down with a powerbomb onto a ladder across the bottom two ropes. We then see an incredible spot with Owens hitting a Fisherman Buster from the middle rope with Rhodes landing on a ladder, which was resting between the bottom rope and another ladder, with Pat Mack shouting, "He might be dead."
It was incredible. Nick Aldis heads out to check on the combatants, with Sami Zayn also appearing. Cody stops a stunner with a crossroads before smashing KO's head into the announcer's table and busting him open. The two then fight on the announcer's desk, with Owens going for the small package pile driver. Cody counters it into an Alabama slam, driving KO down onto a ladder resting between the desk and the ring, breaking it in the process. Rhodes doesn't care as he gets back in the ring, ascends the ladder, and after what seemed an age, unhooked both belts, thus winning the match, becoming the undisputed WWE Winged Eagle champion. Yeah, it was an incredible match.
Yeah,
I thought.
it was really good.
Some of them hits that they took, especially the Fisherman Buster on Rhodes.
The Alabama slam at the end as well.
And that, Owens didn't move afterwards. I think he's all right.
Yeah, but it was the way he was like upside down, curled up for a
with
while.
His neck in his chest. Oh yeah,
Well,
but yeah,
Cody was struggling.
yeah, brilliant.
Last but not least, the greatest match / match type there is, the Royal Rumble. Rey Mysterio was entrant number 1, number 2, Penta. The crowd applauded them as the two then shake hands before they engage in combat. The two end up nearly throwing each other out on 2 occasions, and on one of those occasions, Penta's feet definitely touched the floor. Well, if they didn't, it was mighty, mighty close. But let's forget about that and carry on anyway. Chad Gable at number 3, the Luchador Hunter. Time to put Gable's training to the ultimate test against 2 of the best in the world. He fared not so well, as the 2 luchadors double teaming just as the 4th entrant arrives, Carmelo Hayes. Hayes manages his springboard DDT on Gable, with Gable and Hayes then teaming up against Rey and Penta. The alliance didn't last long as Gable and Hayes turn on one another just as number 5 heads out, Santos Escobar, who 619's Rey Mysterio. Penta steps up but gets hit with a Mexican destroyer from Santos before he crotch chops and then suffers a 619 from Mysterio. Number 6, Otis, who goes to Caterpillar Santos Escobar but gets German suplexed by Gable instead. Number 7, Bron Breakker, who runs in and spears Hayes before tossing him and Escobar out, eliminating them both. Number 8, Tozawa, but as he heads out, Carmelo Hayes, who's heading back, attacks Tozawa, injuring him. Tozawa's taken to the back, where we see Triple H ask someone else to take Tozawa's place. He asks I Show Speed, who now becomes entrant number 8. What a waste of a spot. He helps Breakker eliminate Otis, who's nearly out anyway, before Breakker spears Speed and tosses him over the top rope, only to be caught by Otis. Otis then fall-away slams, Speed onto the announcer's desk, eliminating him from the Rumble.
Now I noticed that Speed used the Cristiano Ronaldo goal celebration in the ring. Does he have his own gimmicks, or does he just steal other people's? Get your own ideas, buddy. Literally have no idea who you are. Massive waste of a spot there. Absolutely ridiculous wasting it on him.
Number 9, Sheamus. He starts with a bow rein on Gable before switching to Breaker. Gable and Sheamus then have a slap-off before number 10 heads out. Big Jim. He enters with a crossbody to Gable and then dishes out hip attacks.
Number 11 is Andrade, who meteors Gable. Gable clearly the whipping boy of the Rumble. Number 12, Jacob Fatu. Hold on to your hats. I think there's going to be a clear air. Gable super kicked. Fatu then Simone drops Mysterio and Penta by double stacking them before eliminating Gable, Ray and Andrade. Fatu and Breaker look ready to rumble, but Jimmy and Sheamus shut them down just as number 13 heads out, Ludwig Kaiser. He charges to the ring before stopping and waiting outside. Kaiser picks his moment, enters the ring and goes for Penta. Penta counters and tosses out Kaiser. Thanks for coming. Number 14, The Miz, who mocks Bron Breakker on the apron and nearly eliminates him. Number 15, Joe Hendry. He has his moment before Fatu drops him, with Sheamus then asking Fatu if he wants to go. Number 16, Roman Reigns. Spears eliminates Miz. Spears and eliminates Sheamus. Spears and eliminates Joe Hendry. Gets speared by Bron Breakker. As Breakker goes to throw Reigns out, Reigns reverses it, throwing Breakker out instead. Fatu then eliminates Jimmy Uso. At this point, there are only 3 still in: Reigns, Fatu and Penta. Fatu and Reigns go at it before number 17 comes out, Drew McIntyre. Drew and Fatu then beat on Reigns as we await number 18, Finn Balor. Number 19, Shadow Shinsuke Nakamura. A wonder spot from Penta as he uses Balor's back to get some elevation to hit a Mexican Destroyer on Jacob Fatu. Absolutely amazing that was. Balor then eliminates Penta. Number 20, Jey Uso, who eliminates Shinsuke.
Number 21, AJ Styles, who tries it with Jacob but fails. Number 22, Braun Strowman, who goes straight for Jacob and eliminates him by throwing him over the top rope. Fatu isn't happy and throws a chair before Braun's attacked by the others, and 23 heads out. John Cena. Cena drops the rope as Strowman charges at him, with the monster among men going over the top rope and eliminating himself. Cena then AAs Balor from the apron, also eliminating him. Cena and Reigns are about to square off when number 24 comes out, CM Punk.
Our winner.
Reigns, Cena and Punk have a Mexican standoff. Literally nothing happens as we see number 25, Seth frickin' Rollins.
And here's my final 4.
Seth heads straight for Punk as Cena and Reigns go at it. Number 26, Dominic Mysterio, entering with a frog splash to Cena before being Samoan dropped by Reigns. Number 27, Sami Zayn, entering with a haluva kick to McIntyre and 1 to Seth.
Yeah, why not?
Number 28, Damian Priest. Mysterio goes for a 619 on him, but Priest hits him with a South of Heaven before eliminating his ex-stablemate. Number 29, LA Knight, entering with an elbow off the top rope to Cena and a neck breaker to Styles. Knight and Jay then have a yeet year off before Jay superkicks Sammy, eliminating the honorary Uce. The kick was meant for Drew. And number 30, Logan Paul.
Boo, who said that? Now we're all in, let battle begin. Priest eliminates McIntyre. Knight nearly eliminates Paul, but Paul jumps onto the announcer's desk from the apron. Knight then eliminates Priest, and Styles then eliminates Knight. Paul jumps onto the ring steps from the crowd barrier and waits for Styles to start his phenomenal forearm. As Styles leaps for the top rope, Logan grabs him, pulling him to the floor and eliminating him. Punk GTS's Paul, Seth superkicks Punk, and then pedigrees Jay. Reigns Superman punches Cena, with him also suffering a stomp from Seth. Punk also gets stomped.
Seth and Reigns then have a chat before pushing each other and then brawling. 2 super kicks leave Reigns on the ropes, with Seth lining up a third. As it's about to connect, Reigns ducks it, sending Seth over the top rope. Seth, though, grabs Reigns for dear life as the two hang over the top rope. Suddenly, from behind, Punk sends both men over and crash into the floor, eliminating both Rollins and Reigns, leaving only himself, Cena, Paul and Jay. While Punk is surveying the damage, Logan Paul comes from behind and eliminates Punk, leaving only 3 men left.
I don't want to watch now because I said Punk could win.
Yeah.
But we did watch. Of course we did. Seth double stomps Reigns before Punk and Seth go at it outside the ring. Seth super kicks Punk, argues with Paul Heyman, and then stomps Reigns on the ring steps. I can see this going to Mania.
Easy.
Paul and Jay then go at it while Cena, catching his breath, watches on. Cena then goes to AA both Paul and Jay, but Jay gets off, super kicks Paul, and sends him to the rope. Cena finishes Logan off by clotheslining him over the rope and down to the floor. Thank God.
Oh, yeah. So here we are. John Cena versus Jey Uso for a title shot at WrestleMania. Cena drops the 5-knuckle shuffle and then goes for the AA. Jay gets away and super kicks Cena, who ends up on the ropes. Jay follows up, lifting Cena to dump him out. Cena fights him off. A spear then drops Cena as the two struggle to get up, both exhausted. Cena manages and throws Jay over the top rope, thinking he's won, but he hangs on, landing on the apron. Cena goes to finish the job, but ends up on the apron as well. The two exchange blows before Cena gets Jay up for an AA. Jay slips off Cena's shoulders, back into the ring, and then pushes Cena off the apron and down to the floor. Jey Uso wins the men's Royal Rumble. Cena gets back in the ring and hugs Jay, with Jay then pointing to the WrestleMania sign, and I think for a rematch with Gunther, but that's for another day.
Well done, Jay.
Yes.
Love the Rumble, can't beat it for drama, old rivalries, new rivalries, storylines, everything. Just absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's always good.
It is amazing. Hopefully Owens and Rhodes is done now and we can start a new rivalry. But what's Cena going to do now? I've got an idea, but go and have a look at my short retelling of how HBK manufactured the Streak versus Korea match at WrestleMania 26 in our Rumble prediction video about 10 minutes 50 in. After the showstopper lost the 2010 Rumble, he was aiming to take on Taker at Mania, but he lost, so he had to come up with another idea to get that match.
Yeah.
And I think Cena's in the same predicament. He's not won, which was too obvious of a storyline.
Definitely too obvious.
He's now got to come up with another way to get a main event at the Showcase of the Immortals. What that'll be, I don't know.
No idea. If you have any ideas, then please leave a comment below and let us know what you think.
Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you again for watching.
And we'll see you Tuesday for Raw.